Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Before you step aboard today for our test flight, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to the most regal transport, the most powerful offering ever to hit the spaceways from Crusader Industries, the Hercules Starlifter. As with its namesake, the Hercules is made famous both for its incredible strength and potential for numerous far-reaching adventurers. When first encountering the Hercules, you'll be struck not only by its sense of quality, but by the respect it commands on any platform. With its dedicated rotating VTOL engines, 14 maneuvering jets, sizable retros, and 8 main thrusters with power-safe redundancies, Crusader has ensured the unparalleled sense of control you'll feel when flying a ship of this size and classification. As we move inside, let's travel to the cockpit where our adventure begins. The first thing any experienced hauler will notice is the tandem capabilities between pilot and co-pilot. And every aspect of the Hercules Starlifter interior has been tailored to ensure synchronicity of experience. Beginning with all this legroom the adjustable seating provides, a unified forward viewport, a shared control console, a centralized radar display, an internal locking mechanism to ensure you're not disturbed, and an easily accessible weapon rack, just in case you are. That's Crusader's commitment to quality, refinement, and comfort. Nestled above the deep heart of the Hercules Starlifter is the top deck, where everything else you need for your daily operations and maintenance of space life can be found. Power plants? The unsurpassable might of Hercules. Coolers? The unflappable will of Hercules. Quantum drive, the inexhaustible speed of Hercules. The enormous glowing thing in the back?
Proprietary information owned and secured by Crusader Industries.
But that's not all. The Hercules Starlifter also comes with the largest local inventory available on any Crusader Industries spacecraft, so you'll never have to leave home without it. Whatever it may be. The Hercules Starlifter habitation area comes standard with Crusader Industries' personal comfort package, including individual lighting for each bed with independent operation and 2 separate lavatories with our space-saving combination facilities unit, because you share a lot, but no one should have to wait to use the bathroom. The M2 Hercules Starlifter is built for transport, both big and small. That includes 12 reinforced safety restraint seats. But at the end of the day, there is only one area that towers above every other in terms of sheer impact and credit-making potential for any prospective Hercules Starlifter captain. The main attraction, the carrier of anything and everything, the cargo bay. Whatever your 12 labors, this Hercules can carry them all within its shielded, armoured, and closed underbelly. With its low-profile clamshell access doors and extendable ramp both front and aft, it has never been easier to load and unload cargo from a spacecraft. And with its colossal cargo capacity, you'll be set for any delivery to the farthest reaches of known UEE space. But that's not all. The Hercules Starlifter isn't limited to carrying standardized cargo containers. Oh no. It's primarily built for vehicle transport. You can spend weeks just discovering all the different combinations of ground vehicles and spacecraft the mighty Hercules can lift at once. And while the M2 Hercules Starlifter is available to those with proper UEE purchasing authorization, those who tread towards safer, more commercial pursuits will want to check out our C2 Hercules variant, with additional cargo space and creature comforts. We hope you enjoyed this adventure aboard the regal Hercules Starlifter from Crusader Industries. And don't forget to check it out for yourself on the showroom floor of this year's Invictus Launch Week, where you can experience its out-of-this-world majesty for yourself. On behalf of the entire shipbuilding team here at Crusader Industries, I'm Vehicle System Designer Mark GIBSON saying, you can fly anything, but why not make it a journey worth taking?
Invictus Launch Week is happening right now, with a variety of activities for Star citizens to participate in, both in-game, on Spectrum, and throughout social media. So be sure you check out each one so you don't miss out on the festivities. And up next, we celebrate the arrival of Star Citizen's newest vehicle type, the treaded wonder from Tumbril Land Systems, the Nova Tank.
Why would a player want a tank in a game filled with spaceships? Probably because the big gun is a monster. That thing is nasty, and the fact that it can one-shot certain ships is ridiculous. I mean, you can take out anything kind of like in the Aurora size range. If you hit, you can do some real damage with that gun. The lore of the Nova is that it's like 300 years old if you compare it to modern day Star Citizen. And so this aesthetic obviously fits closer to more contemporary vehicle and military design, just a little bit more near future.
I believe players would be interested in the Nova based on the upcoming gameplay where players are going to own land. They're going to have their own little bases. They're going to be probably trying to take over other people's bases. The Nova adds to this gameplay quite well, in fact. Particularly when these bases do start coming online and players start owning property, you're going to want 1, 2, maybe 3 Novas sitting around just defending you against various ground assaults.
I think that's going to be really fun. And I think for theaters of war, this tank would actually be so much fun, because it could totally be part of your crew's ability to take over a point before you then get on a ship and fly off the surface to a space station.
The Nova starting out was easily the hardest vehicle we've had to work on so far.
The Tumbril is sort of like the vehicle that I think kind of really represents multiple artists and designers and engineers and game designers and tech artists all literally at the same time trying to solve this problem.
Sounds super simple, but like when a vehicle turns, a tank doesn't move its wheels, right? It does very differently. So there's a lot of similarities to a standard kind of wheeled vehicle like a buggy or something, but there's some really, really important differences. So what we did was bring online actually a brand new movement type that we call tracked vehicle. So what we wanted was a great tread scrolling that didn't look like tread scrolling. And one of the ways that we took this to another level was we actually put slots within the tread. One of the more challenging parts wouldn't be what you'd necessarily think would be really challenging, but was the cog. And it has grommets, I think is the term, but little teeth that actually intersect with each of the little areas within the tread. But that thing has to actually rotate at a different speed than the rest of the wheels, because the wheels are rolling along the track, and that is moving the track as it's required. And actually, in the end, it got very math heavy, because we were dealing with radians and distance and all these different accelerations and velocities, so we had to adjust that. We've got that tech now all online. It's quite cool.
The Nova works very well by itself. Go to your planet, spawn it, drive it around, shoot things, have fun. But there was a lot of consideration for how do we move this massive behemoth around, and that came to the Starlifter. These two were kind of meant to be together. A lot of special considerations went into the Nova to make it actually work with the Starlifter. One of the primary ones is the cannon. The main gun has an animation to it to retract so that it fits within the Starlifter.
I think the exterior of this tank looks awesome, right? I just think it looks really cool. All the parts of the ship feel right. The scale feels right. The amount of tarnish that we have on the metals and the amount of wear that we have on the paint all feels right. It feels very grounded to me.
We're pretty happy with it. And again, being able to drive around with a size 5 cannon sticking out your face, that's a good time.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the Hercules Starlifter has both the style and regal bearing that's becoming a hallmark of Crusader vehicles. that the Nova tank is here not just to crush its enemies, but discover all the fun uses players will come up with. And that if you listen to the smooth, dulcet tones of Mark Gibson for as many hours as I have, you start to hear him everywhere.
Nobody learned that this week, but you, Jared.
For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week.